Hello and welcome to Kpopscape. This will be a podcast containing multiple friends talking about K-pop, in which times you will begin to learn about some K-pop groups about these friends, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
I picked the right person. I am India. Uh, I've been a K-pop fan since for 3 years now.
I'm Chelsea. I've been a part of K-pop for about 8 years.
Um, I'm I'm Kristen. I've been a K-pop fan for about 4 years.
And I'm Devin, and I have been a K-pop stan for 3 years.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about BTS. They are a South Korean boy band. They consist of 7 members. The members are Kim Namjoon, Jin, Yoongi. Suga is his stage name. There is also J Hope. And then there are what is considered the Maknae line. That is Park Jimin, Kim Tae-young, V is his stage name, and Jeon Jungkook, JK, is his stage name. They debuted June 13th, 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment. To you, Indy?
Won countless awards. Internet Asian Music Awards, People's Choice Awards, Teen Choice Awards. They were also the first K-pop group to be on SNL, the first K-pop group to present a Grammy, the first K-pop group to address the United Nations, and the first K-pop group to be on the cover of Time magazine.
So
So the order of them, Kim Namjoon, other known as RM, he is the leader. The oldest member is Kim Sok Jin. Then it goes to Yoongi, who is Min Yoongi, but his stage name is Suga. Um, then there is Jung Hosik, who is Hobie. J Hope is what he mainly goes by. He is a rapper. And then you have again the Maknae line. So that is Park Jimin, who is a vocalist. V, again, Kim Tae Young, he is a vocalist. And then Jeon Jungkook, JK, a vocalist, Golden Maknae, basically good at absolutely everything. And I don't exaggerate when I say absolutely everything. The rap line consists of RM, again, the leader, and then J Hope and Suga. The vocal line is Jin, V, Jimin, and JK.
um, so for the newest, so BTS released a new song. I would say like yesterday, called Dynamite. So I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about the song, and also
Devin.
and also the music video?
Devin.
Like, like when you guys watched it? Like, did it bring back like any vibes from like previous like music videos, or was it like, it's the same?
I mean,
I will say personally, so BTS has a song called DNA. And it was very like poppy and very bright colors. Kind of had like a little bit of like a disco-y type vibe. And I think the time era of Dynamite goes back to like disco and like bright colors, and I was very, very upset with my bias. I personally bias Suga, which is Yoongi, and when I get aggravated at Yoongi, I call him Yoongward, and that whole video, he was a Yoongward. So,
Not Youngward, but a Youngward. Okay.
a Yoongward. He was a Yoongward, straight up.
Like
Indy, how do you feel about the video?
Kind of coming off what you said about the colors. Like I felt like a little bit of DNA, but a little bit of Boy with Love together because of the sign. It's like but thinking about what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I like the song, but I love, for me being they're my alt group, so they pop up on the screen and I instantly smile when I see them all the fucking time. So I just got excited when I saw them come on the screen. But I thought it was a good song though. Our bias, Minukert, try us. All right. I'm just saying. But I also bias Jungkook, and he started the video off. So I got attacked twice. That's always good.
That boy tried me too.
I was like, whose idea was this? Namjoon, do we need to talk? Who shelled out the parts? I need to talk to whoever. This is messed up.
Chrissy, who's your bias?
My bias is Kim So Jin, aka Jin. Literally, watching the video, I saw him like dead center, and I nearly almost cried because he's never usually in the center. He's usually in the back, in the corner, hiding somewhere. We're never seen him. He's never found. And now seeing him in the center, I nearly was like, it was like a miracle. Like, I was just kind of like, is he in the front? Like, I almost didn't want to walk out of the room. Like, I was like, I almost involuntarily screamed. But for those of you who don't know, just my bias. But the person that triggers me the most is J-Hope.
I don't even want to talk about him.
He triggers me the most. I don't want to go into why, but he does. But also, jokes aside, I enjoyed the video. I think the video was something new. It was very it bring back a little bit of like summer vibes. Because and I do get what your guys saying with the whole disco feeling. It did give very disco vibes. All I gotta say is Tay in that suit.
The green suede.
No, the beauty shots are getting more disrespectful as the years go by. Because I thought Black Swan was a whole other level. No, they tried it again.
No.
And I was like, what the?
See, the thing with Black Swan, though, Black Swan was like, it was disrespectful, but it was like art. This, however, Dynamite. However, all right, but however, this was disrespectful.
All right, Dev, how do you feel about the video?
Okay, so personally, I really enjoyed the music video altogether. I think that they did a really good job incorporating, had the Boy with Love kind of aesthetics going with like the buildings and everything, and they kept that kind of background scenery that they really enjoyed with that and kept going with that. And you could tell that they really enjoyed making this. The color variety they chose was really incredible to see. They, you know, played around with
Just supposed to
that
call him
and
Yungward.
kind of
You was
came
about
off
to
the
call him you word.
DNA kind of era with that.
She's like
Yoongi was
Yuki.
amazing.
It's just
So
supposed to
fun.
call him you.
So did J-Hope. They all did. They really all did. But me having those two as a biases, of course. And then Tay, just
Yeah,
it was
he was
impressive.
just like no one
It was
breathes
impressive. I
today.
usually don't
I was
really
like,
enjoy, those um that color for like suits or stuff or anything like that, but with the right confidence, he definitely rocked the hell out of that, and it was really impressive to see. Um, I'm excited to see what else comes from this album because so far every album has like just a big variety. Um, and I'm excited to see what they decide to bring in and if it's going to be um, a majority English songs or if we're just going to get a couple and then the rest is in the native language. It's just going to be interesting to see what we're going to get because before they never said that, or they have said they don't want to do a full English album, let alone a song, and we've gotten a few like pretty words majority English, um, but it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do with this
Yeah.
album coming up, and I'm really excited.
um, so another question: are you guys excited for their newest album coming out? How are we feeling? Are we excited or are we like too
I am
much?
so excited for this album,
Or
but
are
I'm
we
also
I'm
really
scared.
scared because we really don't know. They gave hints, but it's nothing specific at all.
I'm scared. Okay. They do this. They have done this in the past where they put out something cute and poppy and they're like, the videos are just colorful and beautiful and just great musicality. And then they drop a bomb. And I'm scared. It's
our
exciting but
nerves like
terrifying.
pumping?
Yeah, I feel like because with their other albums before, like sometimes the title track don't always go with the direction of the rest of the album because like Fake Love and the rest of Love Yourself Tear was not, it was different, and then Persona was all just different,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, and then Maps of Soul was different. You keep getting like the title track is one thing and the rest of the songs is something else. It's like, so you want to give us Whiplash? Cool. All right. I appreciate this. Like, we need to. I'm gonna need y'all to like they. I feel like they're in a way conquering every genre of music in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like also, like, because Yoongi is like classically trained in piano. Like for all we know, he gonna have a freaking classic album come out out of nowhere. like, like we just gotta.
And I'ma throw hands.
So I just thought of a very funny thing in my head. We all know BTS is that one group where BTS is like those makeup gurus who'll be like, I have a new product coming out, but I'm not telling you who it is or what it is or who I'm working with. Like, it's very that, and it scares me how they do that. Like, they have a new album where we're not telling you what songs it is and the title tracks, but they give us like hints, like, but I'll give you a hint. It's like, just tell us.
But then the hint has nothing to do with what they prop.
It has nothing to do with the title within itself, or like it could just be like, so the first title is very pop, but also very disco. um but you guys can guess the rest. It's like, how we
How we gonna guess? We don't know how y'all minds work. Y'all trick us every time. What are you talking about?
like BTS is like the maker gurus of K-pop, where they're just be like, we have a new project, but we're not telling you what it is. Like,
every dang time right before a freaking comeback.
they secretly hide their hair so nobody will see it, but we can see like a strip of like, it's like sideburns, and
The
it's
thing
like,
is, the only person that gets us every time for real is Namjoon, because 1 minute his base basically every time is blonde, so we know it's blonde, and then next thing you know, he pops up with a picture of it purple or blue or pink. We're like, the fuck is that? Like, sir, what in the world? But okay.
Sir, you were blonde 3 days ago. I'm very fucking confused.
how are you blonde yesterday and then you're blue within 3 days? How does that work?
Yeah.
Here's like, here's this color shampoo. Just wash your hair with it. You good?
It sounded like very much that.
Pretty much.
We're dyeing your hair today. I don't know what color, but we're doing it.
I feel like V kind of hid his hair, but same time he didn't. You clearly see it on his neck and his sideburns. So, like, they slightly changed it by the time the comeback was, but it's still technically kind of the same color. So, he really ain't tried to hide his hair. He was like, oh, it's lighter. All right. But I'm always a fan of them having their naturally dark hair. But, you know, when Namjoon or Yoongi come out with, like, pastel colors, I'm always shocked. Because I'm like, when the hell this happened? But whatever. If Namjoon, if you're hearing this, can you just do purple one last time? And I mean not today.
Ooh,
You want grape
June.
I want grape June. I want not today June.
I will not today June. Please. I would very much be happy with not today June. We want purple mon again.
How many nicknames does that man have for his purple hair? We got grape June, purple Nom.
We had red June at one point for Mama.
Oh, don't bring that demon back. Ain't doing that. No, bring out pink June.
Ooh, the cotton candy.
The pink June, wet pink June with the yellow sunglasses June.
Was a fan.
That black.
Also, we have to remember that Namjoon's hair is blue right now, and blue washes out pretty well.
Well, the thing is, though, I've been saying I wanted purple June for like months now, and I still haven't got it.
Hey,
whatever
podcast
you decide to
listeners,
choose.
I just want you to know India has a talent. She's a sidekick, and she predicts hair colors that end up popping back up.
I just miss hair colors that they did once, and they should do it again. Like, that's just all that is.
And now we've got Tay back with silver hair.
My bad.
Exactly.
Okay, look, I remember saying I wanted DNA Tay. I'm sorry. I'll say sorry to that. But I've been saying I want Min Yoongi for the last like 2 years, and he hasn't come back yet. So,
and we have to keep remembering that it's always going to be different. Like within days or a week, it's going to be different, and it's.
That's basically what happened at the concert last time. Because 1 minute they popped, like they had one hair color for the comeback for Boy with Love, and then by the time the concert happened, like, well, Jimin's hair was like an oranges pink, which I think I kind of predicted that because I did say I wanted orange haired Jimin back, but that's besides the point. Anyways, but by the time the concert happened, Jimin's hair was black, and I think Jin's hair was purple. So
Yeah.
they changed it. Like you can't even like they're basically they like to shock their fans. They're not consistent. Like the only person who's had the same hair color for the last maybe year is Tay. His hair's been black for a while, and then he comes out of nowhere with this brown, the Tay dark, the black and mullet, and then he want to twist the mullet and add a perm.
Turn the light on.
Yeah. Okay.
Both of them. Both of them.
And then wait, Jungkook grew his hair out to cut his hair to grow it back out. I'm fed up. I'm tired.
And then for Idol Tay with the pink and blonde, I was like, I remember seeing that, and it was like, is he trying to go for like Nicki Minaj, like super bass era? And I looked back at the pictures. I said, "Oh my fucking god!"
He did. He did go for it.
And I was like, "Oh wow, he's really taking it there." I was like, "Okay, Tay."
And then the irony: let's put Nicki Minaj on a remix.
And they put her on the remake. I was like, I remember when that was happening, because I remember I was watching a video where someone was shazamming I guess the song, and it said Idol featuring Nicki Minaj, and they was like, no, that ain't it, right? So they canceled it out, and then they did again, and they said, what?
Basically, they released it early, and it wasn't supposed to be seen yet, and then popped up like that. They were like, "Oh, that's not happening." A week later, oh, it is. Psych.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was offended.
I was very offended.
It hurt my soul. I was like, why you gotta do this to me?
Also, go vote before midnight tonight, probably, or before it's too late.
Everybody go vote.
Oh yeah, please go vote. Please.
Also, I feel like thanks to BTS, we actually have a K-pop category on
We
these award
do.
shows now.
Oh yeah.
So nobody from other fandoms come for my neck, because some stuff BTS has done has helped everybody else. Because there's no guarantee that BTS is going to win this award, but they opened it for their friends to win.
I think what's messed up is that we forget that all these groups, some way and another, are friends, and they are always encouraging each other and looking out for each other, and it's really messed up when fans are going through all these fan wars, and it's unnecessary. Like, we should not be.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put a disclaimer here now. We are all, like Devin said, multi-stands. We listen to a lot of different groups. We're part of a lot of different fandoms. We're not gonna trash any group here.
This is a
that's just, it's not gonna happen. I personally, I've been here for 8 years. Okay, like I have a lot of other groups that are my favorite groups. However, BTS is my ultimate group. So
same for all of us. Also, we're not trashing anyone. Now the companies, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, because some of these companies did be,
stay tuned to the podcast. We got a whole episode on it.
We got a few episodes planned, and it's gotta be fun.
So I want to put a disclaimer out as well. We are not a podcast where we're gonna trash every fandom. We're not. You can bring up all fandoms all you want to, and say something that we're not gonna do it. Sorry, we're not that type of people. We're a very positive podcast. We like to uplift fandoms, not bring them down. Okay, so.
And also, you guys are going to hear them clown me a lot because I say some out of pocket shit. We're just gonna put that out there now.
We're clowning each other. We're friends. Please be clowning each other. I mean,
Miss Thing, Miss Devin, she is the meanest, the rudest.
Me and Dev are Capricorns, and it's in our nature to be disrespectful.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm a Leo. So you're going to have some very strong opinions from me. And then you're going to get the Capricorns here coming at me sideways. Trying to hone myself in.
And for those of you who are wondering what my sign is, I'm a Gemini. I probably am the only Gemini in this group, but I am also a Capricorn rising.
So basically, Chelsea is going in for a rude awakening.
It's fine though because I can handle myself. I can handle my shit.
We love her, but you can't love. You can't. You have friends that you make fun of all the time. Everybody does. It's like, other disclaimer. If I make a joke about an idol, they're not your idol, or they're not. You don't stand them unless you make fun of them. Just saying. But I love them all. I could make fun of them.
It came in.
But I love them.
Right. Jungward. I also call J-Hope Hobart.
Disclaimer, Chelsea gives idols weird names.
It's like the Namjoon, the Marcus.
No, that's a different story. That's because we think he is a African American man. He has African American soul within him. I mean, he's Korean, but he got a little soul in him, so that's the Marcus that comes out.
Tavante.
Marcus.
Jimin is Jamal. We didn't make that up. That came from the internet.
Jamal.
Yeah, from Twitter. They gave him a nickname Jamal, and Beyonce is his mother.
I second this thoroughly.
That was Twitter. That was Twitter. They're like, Jamal. When he's rude, that's Jamal.
No, he's not sassy. He's Jimin. He's not rude. Jimin. He's sassy, is what I mean. So.
Okay, so for BTS stans, for those of you who know, Jimin is known not only be sassy, but be shady sometimes. And whenever he comes to America, he tends to rethink about his life choices. His face is just very why am I it's like the why am I here look on his face.
He looks disgusted, but he's just thinking.
He's just thinking. He's not. He's. And then for the longest time, people think Jimin hates being in America, and it's not that. He's just thinking. He looks disgusted, but he's just thinking.
Yeah.
Because Jimin smiles a lot, but he smiles particularly a lot when he's in America. Especially when he meets people.
Especially when it comes with POC men.
I was like, she gonna say what I think she gonna say. My eyes got big. I was like, oh my God.
When it comes to POC men, Chelsea, you know what interview I'm talking about.
Although last year, when they were on the red carpet, Tay made eye contact with Terry Crews, and they were doing some weird exchange with their hands. Like, oh yeah. And they were just yelling, talking to each other and stuff. But I know they couldn't hear each other because there's people walking around and cameras and people yelling. And it's like, oh, look here. And I don't know what they were doing, but sign language or something. But I noticed that they were trying to talk to each other. Also, this is another thing. When they interact with American fans or American artists, majority of us feel how we feel about Charlie Puth, whatever. But like Halsey, Khalid, like they're actual friends. So you don't be like rude to them because you assume they want something from them.
Stan Halsey, by the way, because BTS loves them.
Yeah, they're like the really
Also,
good
Stan
friends.
Khalid. He is a great artist. His music is great.
Oh, I love
I also
Khalid.
I need a BTS Normani interaction, but
Don't say that, please.
what? Okay, I predict hair colors. I'm gonna predict actions. So I ain't got nothing to do with this if it happens in real life.
Yes, you do if it happens now.
It's not
I
gonna
swear,
happen.
if you predict this, India, I'm coming.
But look, but the thing is, I'm not the only one to predict this. People keep wanting them to interact.
Oh, I think it would be so awesome.
Like when she was supposed to perform with Sam Smith and it got canceled because Sam Smith something came up or he got sick or something. She had to
I
back
think he
out.
was sick.
Yeah, she had to back out and BTS was there, but she wasn't there. So that was that one inter.
And Jungkook was so sad
He was like, no money.
because he really
I
wanted
feel
to meet
like no, I'm not gonna say
Normani.
nothing else. Anyway,
No,
but yeah,
no, no.
no,
Look,
no, I'm not gonna say nothing else because every time I say I feel something or I think this should happen, if it happens in real life, I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm not doing that shit no more. So
well, I would think for me, um, we're gonna suspect some interactions between BTS and Normani. Now, I will say this because my one of my signs is coming out, and it needs to be said. Um, Once Tay and Normani starts talking, I just picture the look on his face whenever. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, like the way he was excited. Wait, the way he was excited when they presented to Grammy to her.
Oh,
That
he was
he
more
was.
than happy. He said
They all were happy. They all were like, but Tay was a whole different level of excited.
he
He was
said
like, he told her to bring her butt on the stage fast. She was like, run, like, come on. He was
he
like, I
said
knew it. Come on.
like I'm so done with Tay.
He was like,
He was no
yeah,
no no.
like he was more excited than her for her Grammy.
He was more excited for her than she was. I was like,
Dev, what do you think about them in America?
I think it's really awesome that they get to come here and enjoy being here while they're touring and everything. Um, we got to see them grow kind of through some of the American eyes because they had that show here. I can't remember it for the life of me right now, but they got to enjoy that time here. And when they travel, they get to go to like New York and LA, Houston, all those other places, and it's really cool that they get to
American
do all
fans
that
can
work.
be a little, yeah.
We're a different level of love.
Especially the black fans.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Stuff. Yeah, and I really wish we could get like full
The Rose
state,
Bowl, we
like
need to go to like
national
the
like
Staples.
tours.
I think
Microsoft
that
Theater.
I think it was Namjoon who said that he wanted to do a show in every state in America. He wanted to do it at every place. So instead of the same old LA, New York, Atlanta,
Chicago.
Chicago, Texas, he might be in Oklahoma one time, Phoenix one time, Ohio one time,
Who knows?
Michigan.
They might be
So
in the South for all we know.
right, they're gonna be in, Indiana one time. Like they want all of America. So
Yeah.
and
You want to go to Alabama? Go right ahead.
I mean, if your fans are okay with you going to Georgia instead of Alabama, that's fine.
There's Georgia.
I mean,
Especially Atlanta.
Atlanta will be more happy. Just don't go no other anywhere else but Atlanta.
Just stay in
Just
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Just Atlanta. Because Stone Mountain is
Stay in
a different
Atlanta.
story.
But
Augusta's a different place. Don't go there.
oh yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah, and same with California. There's a lot of places you should not enter, especially in LA.
I
And
feel like with their show they learned that back then. So
yeah, they know that they learned, but some days, Tay, he's a very social butterfly. He loves talking to people. I'm gonna let him know right now. There are certain areas in LA he should not be going. Don't go to Compton.
I'm gonna say something positive that I want to happen, and I don't care if y'all upset about it. The woman from the show who was so very like what was it? Like not protective, but she wished good on Tay, and he was singing, and she was talking about how soulful his voice was. That older woman, they need to meet again.
The woman from the church.
Yeah, they need to meet again.
Oh yeah.
She was so sweet to him.
About the woman
with the piano and they were singing.
So fun fact about that. I have a fun fact.
Okay.
So I would say in 20 I would say like 2012 or 2013. I've actually worked with her a while back before she worked with with BTS and everything. And let's just say she's very she can be fun at times, but she's very serious when it comes to choir and music and things like that. So when I found out that she worked with the few of the members, I said, "Huh? I'm sorry, what?" And then I was like, and I remember I was my my ex. I literally went up to him and said, "You didn't tell me that she worked with BTS." and he goes, "Oh yeah, she worked with people all the time." I'm like,
you're like, those are not just people. All right.
Those are just people. But
yeah, like I said, I need her and Ted. Even if y'all BTS, if y'all come to LA, y'all need a vocal coach to warm up. You just call her. There you go. You worked with her before. I feel like she'd be happy to see Tay now and see where he's been and how
vocally. I feel like she needs to see how he is.
Yeah, and how much he's gotten from then to now. He has progressed a lot vocally. So she'd probably be happy to see where he went.
He has impressed vocally. He's been
She his vocals are nice, but the visual man,
hence singularity. Singularity.
It's one of my favorite songs.
One of my
favorite solos.
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't care how BTS fans feels about this. You can say it's a sad song all you want to. But I guarantee you, if you close your eyes and actually listen to the song, it sounds something completely different.
Singularity?
It sounds like D'Angelo.
Yeah, V solo.
Singularity?
Yes.
Sad my butt.
I feel like the thing is with the producing, like that's the only thing about American fans that it tricks us because Same with House of Cards. It sounds very like a very the beat and the way they sing it sounds completely different than what the lyrics are or what it's about. So singing lyrics is similar to House of Cards. So House of Cards is about probably something sad. I think it's
You
about
brought up House of Cards.
it's about something sad, but the way it sounds doesn't seem that way.
It doesn't fit. Like when you
is
think,
the same way.
yeah.
It's
So when you
like very
think that
soulful
song,
and very basically very sexy of a song, but it's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
it's not
and I
supposed to.
don't want like other BTS fans that are gonna find this podcast, and hopefully any K-pop fan that finds this podcast. I want you to know we're not making something dirty out of their songs. We understand that they are about something very sad and meaningful. But I need you to close your eyes for a minute and listen to those songs and tell me it doesn't sound like it means something different.
And we're talking about the non-Korean fans, of course, because they understand.
We're talking about the non.
No. The Korean fans, y'all know.
Korean fans, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what you
even
know.
Even the Korean American fans know. But
And the thing is anytime a song comes out, I will listen to it completely in Korean and I will read the lyrics. I'm studying Korean for those of you who don't know. So I know what some of it means. But I will sit there and only read the lyrics to get the gist of what it is actually talking about. So I understand what is being said. And if you don't sit there and read the lyrics, that is okay too. You are allowed to have your own opinion. You are allowed to find your own opinion on certain music, certain songs. I just personally will listen to it. Even if a song has an English version, I listen to the Korean version and read the lyrics along with it.
This is also something the locals who assume we like BTS for their looks. That's just a bonus.
That's just a bonus.
That's just a bonus. Like God bless them. Puberty hit them like a freaking semi truck. But
it hit Kim Tae-young twice.
Dude, I digress. It hit freaking JK like 4 times. I digress.
Yeah.
But that's a bonus for us. But their music is what gained them fans. And people were like, oh, why you listen to them? You don't understand them. There's a whole Google. You can look up their lyrics of all their songs. Every time
don't use Google. Google's gonna translate it bad.
No, like if you Google lyrics to a song, stuff will come up where the actual lyrics are.
Epiphany.
Like stuff. Right.
Isn't that the Gintro?
Yeah, that's the Gintro. And then
Chrissy, it's the Gintro.
And then and then like Magic Shop. Magic Shop means something so meaningful and deep to ARMY, as in BTS's fandom is called ARMY. So like their looks don't have nothing to do with it. They gave us songs about anxiety and depression, and they're talking to the youth and telling them it's going to be okay. We're here for you. If you need us, we will be here for you.
And also to point out, like they're also saying if you feel like you're not okay, just say you're not okay. Like it's okay to not be okay, and that's why there's like songs like Nevermind and with when I first listened to August D's album, the first one, I remember the song, I can't think of the title right now, but it was him expressing his experience with anxiety and depression, and
thoughts of suicide.
yeah, literally having him getting thoughts of like literally, and I was just like, whoa, okay. And I remember listening to a song and actually getting nervous and concerned, and I was like, should I should I add BTS and be like, Yoongi, are you okay?
Was
Mhm.
it far away?
The thing, yeah,
Yeah,
far away.
because the original performance of Far Away had Jimin and I think Jin on it. But like
Jin.
the yeah, but
No,
like
no, no,
the
no, no.
was it
It was
Jungkook or
Jin and JK.
oh it was
Yeah,
okay. So but like in on the album it's Saran or Saran. I don't know how to pronounce her name right, but
Saran.
yeah. So yeah, it was her on the thing. But like yeah, I heard that song too, and it kind of made me sad because I didn't want him to feel that way. But like
The thing,
I got into the fandom after the fact, so I think he said that he's seeking therapy. Like him and Namjoon have said they've gone to therapy and they're at a better place than they were when they were younger.
mm-hmm.
Plus, like
The thing,
the whole thing about I don't know anything about South Korean society. I'm just going off of what I've seen and like kind of heard from,
mm-hmm.
and the people there are very very mean, and they don't care about people's feelings in Korea. They say how they feel. They have no filter. All the people in Korea don't have filters. They say how they feel and they just
They just
word
projected
word
it out, and it's like,
word vomit, and they expect you to be like, okay.
Yeah,
Like they expect you not to have a problem with it. They expect you not to say nothing about it. They expect you not to object. They want you to just live with it. And in the beginning
that's
of
not how it
BTS's
works here.
career, the freaking fans or the netizens as they call them were mean as hell to all of them.
Very.
So they've all come along. They come a long, long way from when the beginning.
I feel like we are always criticized about how, oh, you just like them for the looks and all that, but if you actually like look up all the things about them, like you'd understand that they're not just that. They're not looks. It's the lyrics, it's the meanings behind everything they do. They're good people who are wanting to make the world better and put positivity in the world. Like there's a reason they're asked to speak at all these global conventions and the UN and everything like that. Like you need to look into them before you judge, before you put any negativity onto them and the people that are there behind them, supporting them, loving them, saying yes, thank you so much for what you do for us.
mm.
They are there for a reason. There's more than just the looks. There really is, and it's disappointing when people
I
judge
just said
and
like
say,
three
"Ah,
months
they're
ago,
just pretty
ma'am.
faces," where music's not even that good. Like if you
We're trying not
look
to
up the
get
lyrics,
strikes,
there's
Cindy.
so much more
Sorry,
meaning
I
there.
can't help.
And I will point out, if you don't say you say if people say I don't like BTS of their music, at least appreciate them and and like if I like talk to people be like I don't like BTS's music, but I like them as a person. I like how they spread this message of like love yourself, speak yourself, um, and that's why they got invited to speak at the UN, and
That's why they were on the cover of Time magazine.
they're on the cover of Time magazine and got all these accomplishments is because not only they're speaking for us, but I feel like they're doing this for themselves as well, and they're feeling
Absolutely.
like
They just want because it's hard for the youth to be heard anywhere, but for them to be heard in Korea, they probably don't get heard ever
at all.
because the whole respect your elder thing in Korea. Like it's a respect your elder thing in America, but it's way more conservative over in Korea,
Very.
and you can't talk back to your elder. You gotta talk honorifics to your elder. You're
Basically,
the
you can't
oldest person on
have
the table has to eat first. Like you have to respect your elders for like honestly over there, and they just want the youth to be heard though. So They are the youth. They've changed so much for people our age, pretty much. So
I do have one thing to say, and I'm going to get deep for a moment. The reason Suga Min Yoongi is my bias is because, so August D, we talked about an August D album. August D is Suga's solo career. He has this outlet where he can talk about, his thoughts of suicide, his depression, his anxiety. His album was the first album I heard that I connected with. And because I'm not ashamed of it. I have thoughts of suicide. I have been depressed. I have a lot of anxiety issues that the four girls here, well, the three other girls here have really helped me with. Yoongi isn't my bias because he's pretty or be solely because he's a rapper and he's in a popular K-pop group. He's my bias because he speaks on things that connect to me and that I've needed to hear and haven't heard. So that's why I feel a deep connection and why he is my bias.
I feel like a lot of us pick our biases based off we find connections with our biases. Like I found the connection with Yoongi the same way. Like I heard his first solo album under the moniker August D. And he wasn't my bias in the beginning, but once I heard all that, I just added a bias. I just added a bias because I can't get rid of JK. Anyways.
And for me,
even if I didn't want to claim him, he always comes for me. But yeah, so we all find in any group, we all find kind of person, even if we don't know them, we all find person connections with our biases.
But Chrissy, what's your connection to Jin?
So for me, my connection with Jin, I guess.
Deb, you next, by the way.
She like, I'm rich. She rich.
Okay. She said, let me get my mental process. Let me think. But my connection with Jin, personally, I know what it feels like to, I guess, be the quiet person, because for a while he has been the quiet person and kind of being quiet and to himself. I mean, Tay as well, but he over the years he's become very, very social. He started becoming like Jackson, where he's just talking to everybody. We'll get to him later, but and I was that quiet person. I was that person that people, I guess, overlook and kind of.
The dog has to get it out. Go ahead, Dev. Go ahead, Dev, while she's going to tame her dog.
So I bias Obi and Yoongi, and what drew me to them mainly was the background of a lot of how they talk about depression and their battles and everything, and it really struck me, and it's always resonated with me because how open at least Yoongi is with it. He's completely okay to talk about it, and it makes me happy that I can relate to someone so much like that. And his love for music, their love for music, and Hobie, I really was drawn because of his love for dance and music. As someone who sings and dances myself, it's a positive thing for me with Hobie. Of course, it's always positive. It's a positive draw, but it's good to know that there's someone I can relate to with mental problems and someone I can relate to. Really, I relate to them all with mental problems, but him, Obi, with the dancing and everything, and it makes me happy to know I can look at him and be like, yes, he dances, and it makes me happy to see his dancing, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But where I left off? Oh yeah. So for me, for me, even though I am a Jin bias, I connected to Tay the most, mainly because um, the loss of our, we both lost our grandmothers.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm pretty sure it, because for him, he basically was raised by her. Basically, that was like, I guess he called her like his mom, like he was basically like a mother figure to him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when I found out that happened, I started to get a little emotional because I remember going through that time when I lost my grandmother. I was at my lowest of lows, like literally. I think I was like, I would say I think I was depressed for a while. I think maybe like a month or so because I felt like it happened so recent. Like even till this day, I still think about it. I still be like, I can't believe she's not here anymore. And if, even though it happened like a long time ago, but I still feel like to me it happened so recently.
Mm-hmm.
And with him with like losing, his like his friends and stuff, and him just kind of like being um I guess sad about that too. And I, once again, the whole sad state of mind kind of like brought it back to me. So I guess, yes, I am a Jen stan, but I also connect to Tay the most. So
Although I got real dark and real deep, I'm gonna make you laugh, particularly Christy, probably. I think it was a year ago. I watched the movie Coco. I knew it was gonna make you laugh or whatever, but I watched the movie Coco, and at the end, his grandmother passed away. I started crying, but not because his grandmother in the movie passed away. I instantly thought of Tay, and I started crying at the end of that movie.
oh,
So it's how much K-pop takes over our lives because we connect. We connected to other stuff that
it
don't have
connects to a lot of things.
have nothing to do with, like, I'm watching Coco about a little boy and the grandma passes away, and all I'm thinking about is Tay lost his grandma. And I'm over here crying, bawling, ugly crying over this. Tay, if you hear this, don't judge me.
Um,
I love you that much, okay?
I'm gonna bring up a question to kind of bring up the mood. I know we went, very deep and emotional
And dark.
and very dark. We were happy, and then we all of a sudden got very depressed. So I want to point out, with the whole pandemic and with COVID and everything that is happening right now, are you guys excited for future concerts? And hopefully we can actually go to an actual concert, like actually sit in a seat and like watch. Um, hopefully they're pushing it to next year, but we'll see from there. But how you guys feeling, on it?
Well, since I got invited from a friend to a concert and I almost had a holy heart attack.
We both did.
I was like, what now? But I am excited to see them. I'm probably gonna cry because those are my aunts. Group.
Am I the friend?
Huh?
Am I the friend?
No, it's the sky. No one of my other friends invited me to a concert, especially a K-pop. My in real life friends don't.
Well, if you did, but it wasn't BTS.
Yeah, I was planning on going to another group's concert, but two other groups' concerts, but things happen. But anyway, I'm nervous because Dynamite's gonna be live, and I'm not ready. Two, they're my art group, and I'm probably gonna cry if anything sad happens, because those my babies. And hopefully they stay their goofy selves when they are on stage, so I can laugh at them.
Yeah.
I'm excited because it's my first K-pop concerts, and it's gonna be with all you guys.
Oh, me either. My first concert too.
Yeah.
No, Christy has the to be fortunate enough to live in LA, where most of K-pop concerts go. So she's been in multiple.
Yeah.
I've only been to like 4.
Multiple.
Okay. 4. Only
Multiple.
4.
That's more than one.
Okay, another group would have been my 5th, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I'm excited because this is something that brought me to people that I get to enjoy everything with, and I get to be with people that get to enjoy it with me, and getting to meet all you guys because of this group chat that we have. It's really awesome, and getting to go to one of my first K-pop concerts with you guys, and I'm so happy about it. It makes me so stinking happy.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry!
But I feel like it's a blessing because Chrissy was the reason we all met, and
Chrissy!
she, made this group because of it. It was through TikTok, and we made this group, and everyone got to meet. And it's so amazing that we can meet just because of one simple app, an app that we all enjoy and we all share. And now we met each other, and we get to do and we get to talk about all this stuff and do all these things. And we've made this podcast, and it's really awesome.
And saying, if you're a K-pop stan and you're 18 and up, I said, is she talking to me? Because it's me. Okay. But yeah. And then she went.
Wait, what video?
One of the multiple ones where you're like, are you a K-pop stan? Want to be friends? Are you
Oh, okay.
Drop your snaps or whatever. And then
I'm thinking about starting a K-pop TikTok group chat, 18 plus.
That's her TikTok.
And I'm looking like.
And then yeah, and then my fingers tend to. I try to go to the page and I end up following you guys by mistake, but I never unfollowed Chrissy, so you always popped up, and then you went live. And then I sent you my snap and all that stuff, and that's what happened. So you brought us together. You made me one of my bestest new friends. Chelsea that I'll be not abusing, but I just make fun of because I love her.
I love her.
I mean to the people.
I do not.
And that's with my page. I like bringing people together and I want people to interact with each other and be like, they're talking to. I like seeing people talk to each other and actually be like, so someone comments. So if say like someone comments something and they start to interact, that's when I like to see on my page. Personally, I like when people are actually having a conversation instead of being, I guess, negative towards each other. And I don't want that on my page. Either
Right.
when it comes to my page, either you in this family or not. And if you're not, the door's over there.
And there are some negative Nancy's in K-pop.
Woo, there are plenty of negative Nancy's. A lot of Debbie Downers too.
K-pop Twitter is
And can I say I am a future MUA in this group. I'm studying to be a makeup artist.
You gonna say what I think you gonna say?
Yeah, I already know what she's about to say.
Me too.
Some of these makeup styles that stop making these
scratching her head like,
please.
Look, the one rule of hairstyling is the foundation is supposed to match your neck. Kai ain't supposed to be that pasty. He is not a geisha, people. Okay.
If they're tan, fit their tanness. Stop making them look like they've seen a ghost. Stop making them look like Casper. It's not cute.
I.e. Taeyang, Lucas, Kai.
Let me think. Wendy? She was like a little tan and all of a sudden white face. I was like,
if in the right sun, because he got pasty out of nowhere, Felix. Because if he in the sun long enough, that boy get dark. He get gold. He melanin.
He has melanin for days.
Like, I'm kind of happy that Namjoon doesn't like wearing sunscreen.
I'm kind of glad too because he got some melanin too. That's why I say that man is black.
Because that last tour, him on that jumbotron, the melanin, dimples, the way the fans were screaming for him, and he wasn't used to that because K-pop fans, Korean fans don't give him that kind of love like American fans. He wasn't ready.
When we see he has melanin, the amount of excitement that we. And I always joke. I always joke and say that man is black. That man is black. I'm gonna point that out right now. That man is
black. Black Twitter has claimed. Black Twitter, black K-pop fans have claimed Namjoon as one of us. Okay.
And Marcus,
he earned his black card. Let's just say that.
We also claim. Who else we claim? Oh, we claim Kai.
Oh, Kai too.
Oh, we claim Lucas too. By the way, that's Lushan for other people who don't know.
You call Kai Lushan?
Lushan. Lucas is Lushan.
Oh, I thought you said
Kai's name is black enough. I'll probably meet a black man named Kai, and I'll be like, okay.
Well, we should probably. This is our first episode, and we're going on like an hour.
I'm probably gonna edit this out. No offense. Because we're not talking about BTS no more. We're just talking about everybody else.
We went from BTS to like clowning K-pop idols.
I should have said but BTS been stopped doing this because the horrible perm that fucking Namjoon had in the beginning.
We're not gonna bring that up.
But also when they wear hats and they have the little makeshift braids coming out of the hats, but you can see their actual natural straight ass hair come from the front of the fucking hats. Like,
I hated that so bad, especially on Win as well. The half
mic drop.
Braids.
Mic drop. They tried it with Hobie and Sugar.
No, Hobie. No,
and they got complaints about it, and they stopped. That's
Sugar
a funny thing.
For Mama Awards with them dry braids he had, looking like a Korean riffraff. Hey.
final thoughts is hold on. Hold on, I'll be talking shit. I need to stop doing that. um BTS is my alts of alts of alts of alts. I'm always happy when I see them. I'm gonna ugly cry when I see them on stage. For the first time. I'm not ugly cry. Like my glasses, like it's gonna be bad. I am proud of them for all their accomplishments. Um, shoot, I have high expectations. I feel like that they just American artists need to step up because BTS, K-pop in general is making American music look bad.
It's making American artists look lazy.
Yes, because how does it take them to drop 2 albums in 1 year? It takes y'all 3 years to drop one album. Make it make sense. Because I don't get that. Y'all say, oh, there was work, they're worked to death or whatever. No, they're not, because majority of them do this themselves. Their company don't do this. They do this. They work hard. They're up at 5 o'clock in the morning working on music every day. And they have a fucking schedule an hour after they sleep.
I want to keep working.
Yeah.
Their fingers are still they're still typing when they're still talking to us. Like, no, I want to keep working.
Yes. They take naps in between during photo shoots and video shoots.
That's the only time they will sleep is between photo shoots or when they
come over here for concerts and visiting. They bring their equipment with them and do it in their hotel rooms.
Or the only time they will sleep is on a plane.
Yes, they're dedicated to this point. They make American music artists bad.
When it comes to music, they are very passionate.
Devin, what do you feel about your last minutes and
I really enjoyed this comeback, and I'm excited for the rest of the album. I'm really happy they decided to keep it English, and I thought this was an amazing song in the time that it was very much needed. So I'm very happy with this one. Yeah.
For me,
well, you flash on the screen, so you might as well say something. Oh my God, bam, bam.
Stream Dynamite.
That too. What she said.
Also, stream
every BTS album they ever made.
BTS albums.
Albums and solo albums. Mixtapes and whole. Add all this stuff on SoundCloud too. Just saying.
Stream Airplane.
Chelsea, go.
I guess all I really have to say is BTS is my alt. Min Youngward is my ultimate bias. Don't you shake your head at me.
I'm looking
ma'am.
at Chrissy. I'm looking at Chrissy because like she's laughing.
I'm trying to give my final thoughts here. Overall, I think Dynamite, they dropped this right at the time. It's fun, it's energetic, it gives us a sense of the boys, like personally, like Yoongi is wearing like basketball stuff and he's on a basketball court and the man loves basketball. June is in a record store. I think it's just a fun, really like American based song to get more people involved. Which I love. I love that they do what they love to do. They create music for us as fans. I love them. They have changed my life in so many ways. Trying not to get emotional because this is a podcast, not a TED Talk.
It could be both.
I mean, it's about to be both. I'm about to cry.
When we get to the other episodes, it's gonna become a TED Talk.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. We got some episodes for y'all coming up.
If y'all don't like it, just don't listen.
Yeah, y'all can click right off.
Because we're going to be talking about some topics that probably y'all don't want to hear, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
It's one of those this is so and so, but nobody want to have that conversation type stuff. But all right. Well,
Chrissy.
also I got one more thing to say. Because of BTS, I've smiled more and I've more happier and laughed more, and also Kim Namjoon for president. That's all I gotta say.
Kim Namjoon for 20.
I don't care if he's only 25. Or I don't care. President.
What I gotta say, BTS for me has changed my life in various ways. I'm talking a lot more. I'm smiling a lot more. Before I was very antisocial. I developed social anxiety. If it wasn't for BTS, I probably wouldn't be the same person as I am today. I would still probably be the little sad emo kid just listening to Black Veil Brides and Panic at the Disco, Falling in Reverse. I can list more. Here's some else.
Ronnie Radke.
I mean, you probably still the emo kid that listened to Day 6, but it's all right.
True, I still listen to Day 6. Listen. We'll talk about Day 6 later.
We're gonna talk about Day 6. Episode of K-pop bands. Just throw that way.
But they're not. I always, when people ask me, do I have an ultimate group? I say no, because I love all my groups equally.
Mm-hmm.
But however, like comma,
apostrophe.
I do consider semicolon. I do say BTS is one of my favorite groups, right next to GOT7. Also, stan GOT7.
That's another episode.
That's a whole nother episode. We go. Ooh, let me.
Chris, we'll talk about when it comes to the GOT7s. When it comes to
GOT7, we're gonna talk about the hairstyles that they went through.
Ooh.
That's another episode. But however, when it comes to for people that don't know me, for the listeners that don't know me, I'm a music lover. I love music. Mm-hmm. If it's a beat that I will enjoy, I will keep listening to it. And that's how I got into K-pop. Because before I was really into, like I said, I grew up in a Christian household. So a lot of gospel music was played. Mm-hmm. And also, I didn't listen to R&B until maybe around when I was 7 or 8. And I remember being like, what's this?
This girl went and listened to secular music against her parents' wishes.
No, literally growing up, we really didn't listen to anything besides gospel. Mm. It was, we couldn't listen to no 50 Cent, no Usher.
I grew up in a Southern Baptist
home. Why did you listen to 50 Cent in the first place?
Huh?
Don't listen to 50 Cent. Ew.
Well, you know, because with candy shops.
Don't be laughing at me, Dev. I see you.
I mean, because you know, because Candy Shop when Candy Shop came out, it was very
Inappropriate for children of 8 years old to sing because it's a
But
book.
overall, I grew up listening to like old school. Old school has always been my favorite genre, and along with gospel, I listen to old school stuff, and then my music library has been growing through over the years. So like with R&B and like I would say like also, but you know, anyway, besides the point. So that's how I got into K-pop because of the music.
Mm-hmm.
The looks is a bonus, but the music, I will fall in love eventually if it sounds good. If it's trash, I will say it's trash. But yeah, also stream ATs, stream Inception.
If you dab one more time, I'm gonna mail you to Bam Bam's house, and he could keep you for the rest of your life. I'm not doing this stuff today.
Stream thanks.
Y'all can dab together until y'all fall asleep. I don't.
Stream. Also, stream Out by the Moon.
No, we're cutting you off. Stop. No. Stream freaking Dynamite. Stream Love Yourself. Tear Her. Too Cool for School. Stream it all. Stream August D. Stream Mono. Stream RM. Stream Daydream.
Stream all J-Hope. Stream Baseline. All of it.
Ooh, baseline.
Piece of piece.
She said, ooh, baseline.
She said, ooh, baseline.
Hear the soul. All right, we gonna go.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching our podcast. Kpopscape will be a weekly podcast with friends who like to talk about K-pop and inform you guys about our joint interests. Thank you so much for stopping in today. Have a good one.